There we go. So, I've already made an intro for this. I just forgot to hit the record button for posterity. As I had previously mentioned before I hit the record button, we got a busy schedule tonight. In addition to playing the game and hopefully beating it, we will have a special reading of some lovely fan fiction I came across while researching the game. During my research, I came across a very passionate fan base, which is weird. Well, I guess it's not that weird. I mean, it's I like Splatterhouse. For what it's worth, I do actually like the game. It has flaws. Dear God, does it have flaws. But there is a pretty good cult following for the series, despite its simplicity. And it was through this fan base that I uncovered, lots of fine fiction. Only half of which was extraordinarily misogynistic. The other half was just gory for gory's sake. But then again, your game and your subject is called Splatterhouse, so let's be fair. There was one particular gem. It's incomplete, sadly, but I would definitely like to share that with you later. Perhaps as a way of stress relief, having to play this game. So let's go ahead and get started. As I said, we've got a busy evening ahead. So that music you were listening to is actually an arranged version of Sentinel Core, or possibly Core, I don't know, from Splatterhouse 1. Lovely, especially given the source material. Alright, I've already entered the password in, and I cleared the first room. So let's get going. We're not wasting any time now. Alright, punch. That's strange. Oh, there we go. Yes, I learned how to do his magic roundhouse kick thing. That's pretty much the only special move he has. It's supposed to be very good, but we'll see. Yeah. Wow! Oh, we're already off to a great start. Man, that deals way too much damage. This is on easy. So it turns out Splatterhouse 3 has 4 or 5 different endings, which varies depending on who you save throughout the game. And of course, who you save depends on how quickly you beat the level. Basically, if you beat it within the time limit. I have not really been sticking too hardcore to the time limit, as you can tell. So Jennifer died in stage 1. Even if I managed to save her, there was a chance she would definitely die on stage 2, because you have to get to her before the boar worm does. The boar worm is the giant penis with legs that you fight as a boss. And for those who missed last night's broadcast, I'm really not kidding about that. He is a giant penis with legs. It was both disturbing and highly erotic. through the dedication of the game's fan base, I have also learned the story of all 3 Splatterhouses, actually. 2 we can just kind of ignore. But let's talk 1. Let's start with 1. The reason they even went to the mansion. Rick and Jennifer are/were parapsychology majors, which I don't actually think is a thing outside of the original Ghostbusters. And there's this old mansion called the West Mansion, where some crazy Dr. West was known to do some horrible experiments, and he disappeared, and it's all mysterious and parapsychological. So, on a dark, stormy night, the 2 decide to go check out the mansion for a report, I guess. And yeah, everything goes to hell from there. Splatterhouse 3. Well, to recap, in Splatterhouse 1, yeah, you lose Jennifer. She turns into a monster. You beat her to death. She dies. Splatterhouse 2 has you going back to the mansion, which ends up being another mansion that was close by one of Dr. West's properties, apparently, to save Jennifer's soul and perhaps rescue her for good. Oh, I'm going to the right. You do this. You do rescue Jennifer, and you have a happy ending, more or less. Splatterhouse 3, years later, instead of following his true calling for parapsychology, Rick makes it big on Wall Street. Buys a mansion that looks remarkably like the mansion, Dr. West's mansion, which, one would think is insane. Rick and Jennifer are now actually married. Oh, this is just not going well. And they have a son named David, who apparently has psychic powers. Now, whatever spirit... There's some evil spirit that's haunting them now that wants David to resurrect the Dark Stone, or some goofy thing. And in doing so, take over the world. And that's what we're trying to stop right now. Now, I've already lost Jennifer. She's dead. She's toast. David, I don't know if he's alive or not in my game. It doesn't look like it, because it looks like David's been possessed here. And that's fine. I didn't really know him. This is... Supposedly Splatterhouse 3 is the easiest of the games, which I can definitely see it being the easiest of the games. Doesn't make it any less obnoxious, though. There's a bit of non-linearity to the game, where you can choose what direction you go. Typically, seriously, the longer the route, the more likely you're going to find special weapons and extra lives. Conversely, the longer you take, the more likely it is that you're gonna lose whoever you were trying to save. At this point, I really don't care about who I save. Yeah, I don't even touch this guy. This guy's just horrible. Just out of reach. Look at that. Look at how much health that took off. Again, this is on easy. I really want to know what easy actually does. Probably just like increases the timer slightly, which would be a joke. Well, I guess I'm going down. Now, I did not make it through Splatterhouse 1 or 2 without having to resort to save states. I'm stating that now because there's a good chance the same thing's going to happen with Splatterhouse 3. One, I don't really have the patience to play these levels over and over again. And two, I don't really want to subject you to that either. I would imagine it would get old pretty quickly. So yeah, I could go to the right, which would serve no purpose. Or I could go down. No sense in getting all that life. Oh yeah, and it turns out the horrible purple enemies that were so prevalent in Splatterhouse 2 are called Screaming Mimes. In case they weren't obnoxious enough. I really think enemies that block are kind of garbage, considering you cannot block. Get away from him. Yes, that's exactly what I need more of right now, is my mutant powers. Let's go down. See if we can find an extra life somewhere. It turns out these rooms with the ghosts, which right now it looks like you can actually see, they flicker in and out of existence, so you can't really see the flickering right now due to the stream, but this is a room where the ghost, if you drop a weapon, the ghost will pick it up, and apparently it takes it back here. I haven't encountered a weapon in this stage yet. In Splatterhouse 1 and 2, you had a power slide. You don't have that anymore. The enemies do. For reasons unknown. This is not going well. Yeah, I'm totally... If I die again and have to restart, I am saving like after every room. Because it really is monotonous. I mean, it's not like the stage is terribly interesting. Rick, thank you. Why not? They're almost cute in a kind of weird sort of way. Wow. Again, I question why this is considered easy. That was a lot of damage. It's kind of wrong. I don't need that. Sorry, I'm trying to see. Come on, show me my map. Really? Oh, man. Now, when I said I actually like Splatterhouse, I'm definitely referring to Splatterhouse 1. Splatterhouse 2 had its moments, but it really was just more of the same. The game, the actual like design of Splatterhouse 3 kind of bugs me. It's just, yeah, I'm safe stating that. That, like, I mean, come on, half your life? Doesn't that seem a little excessive, or is that just me? Let's look how many hits this thing takes to kill. Yeah, let's go ahead and save it. So I don't want to get too close, because if I get too close, I'll grab one of them, and the other one will maul me. So I've learned. Just keep punching. Just keep punching. Just keep punching. Guess what? Oh, save state. Yeah, sorry guys. I don't have the patience. Oof. Oh, look at that. Let's start over again. See, like, how did that even happen? Nice. I mean, this is really the only thing this game has going for it, is super freak out Jason here. Jason, sorry, Rick. Although, honestly, it loses something knowing that he's just like this Wall Street tycoon. This pencil-pushing geek. Biggest worry in life is the Dow Jones average. Yeah, I don't got time for you. Let's go to the right. Yeah. Like, this is okay, because these guys don't actually deal damage to you. Which maybe that's the game's concession for being easy, I don't know. Now these two are terrible. You red jumping screaming babies. I don't know, is it worth saving there? Pretty low life. Sorry, I was adjusting my glasses there. Wasn't quite ready for the onslaught of whatever the hell these things are. Awful. There we go. Get him in the corner. Pick it up. You know, we'll go ahead and save it there. Maybe there's something useful here. Let's find out. That's cool. That's very cool, actually. Of course, the enemies are going to be back in this room now. Oh no! Shock! Oh, that's right, I forgot about it. I did get to the boss last night. You can't quite reach Rick's freakishly long arms here. But that's okay, because he's about to do this. And he does a lot of damage. And man, I don't know how to hit him. He knows how to hit me, though. Of course. The Blanca electric attack. That's rough. I'm not quite sure what to do about that. Looks, yeah, you can't really take him head on. Oh, he blocks. Of course he does. I just don't feel like I'm doing a lot of damage this way. But it's the only safe way. It really bugs me that he blocks. I mean, with what? He doesn't have any arms to speak of. Look at that pattern, though. So wait till he comes at you like a madman. Then it's cute. I tried turning around in midair and realized I was playing Splatterhouse and not, you know, a game with actual controls. Years later, I still really love the fact that Rick is a Wall Street tycoon, and that he bought a mansion that looks just like the West Mansion. I mean, that's weird. What's wrong with you? Why would you do something like that? Hey, honey, remember that mansion you died horribly in and I beat you to death? Yeah, well, I bought one just like it. That's cool. That's fine. Hey now, come on. Be nice. I just watched my son die. Somehow. Chill out, Mask. Dot dot dot. Exclamation point! So that just means you're speechless, but excited about being speechless. Oh, good. I love screaming memes. They are just as obnoxious in this game as they are in Splatterhouse 2. Seriously though, Splatterhouse 2, these guys were awful. They were everywhere. Yeah, as far as the graphics are concerned, I feel like this is a step downward. Oh, that was not even remotely fair. From Splatterhouse 2. You know, partially because, you know, Splatterhouse 2 at least had levels with quite a bit of parallax. And you know, I had some impressive bosses. I mean, Rick's design is kind of cool here, but it kind of feels like a knockoff Splatterhouse. I know, like that weird Ninja Gaiden game on the Mega Drive. It's kind of like Streets of Rage. It's not like the arcade Ninja Gaiden. I mean, this literally was like Streets of Rage, but with Hayabusa, I guess. Yeah, I'm dead. Ugh. Just looking at the maze I have to go through to get to the boss here. I mean, I have... yeah, next to no life. I mean, shouldn't I should probably just, like, kill myself now. And start over. Considering how close to the beginning I am. Yeah, just kill me. Hi. Alright, there you go. I wasn't paying attention. Did it name the level? Oh, there it is. The Darkstone. Okay. I believe there are 6 stages to the game. Mercifully. Oh, it's that reach. You know it's worrying when the notoriously unforgivable timer is set to 10 minutes. That means it'll be like 20 minutes before I beat this stage. There we go. This is ridiculous. This is... oh. You had to touch the fat guy. Went and ruined it. Can't guys. I have to. That's way too early to lose a life. Alright. Come on, come at me. Don't choke him. Just punch him. Oh. Please don't touch the nasty blob things. Man, Wall Street has made you weak. Oh. Yeah, I guess that hit me, kind of. Come on, people. This is... can't take it. I cannot take it. I feel my sanity just slipping. Why? Yeah, I'm not even gonna ask. You think by now I would stop asking about design decisions from the Splatterhouse crew? Look at that. This is obscene. obscene and absurd. Knew it. I knew it. It's like I should have saved. Should have saved. Yes, I am cheaping this room. I don't care. I really don't care anymore. Oh, thank you. Gave me something useful for once. You know, obviously my plan is to play, you know, some weird and quirky games. And I'm going to come across games that are challenging or just blatantly unfair. And I think that's just one of those... This is one of those times. I knew going into Splatterhouse it would be a challenge. Yeah, the first two games are heavily designed around memorization. You need to know the patterns, you need to know where the enemies are, and react accordingly. This one, definitely not. This one has zero memorization going on. But it has its own unique challenges. As you can see. Come on. Oh, that was... You know what? We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So yeah, I'm dead. Oh, man. I have no shame in doing this. I take that back. I have a little bit of shame in doing this, but at the same time... This is awful. This is really bad. I wanted to like this game. I really did. Like, you know, I thought there'd be, you know, a layer of exploration to it. But it really, you know, when it comes right down to it, it's a really generic game. There's no challenges in the stages. It's just, here's some enemies to beat up, move on to the next room. And the only challenge comes from the the actual difficulty of the enemies. And the enemies that can slide at an angle. What is what is that? It's also cheap that the enemies can hit you when you're picking one of their buddies up. Oh man. I felt kind of bad last night going through some of the fan sites and just seeing the enormous dedication and love of the series. Not just the first game, but all the games. And now I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with you? This series does not deserve your love. You know, one, yes. 2, I don't know. 3, definitely not, man. Come on. This game has nothing going for it. You know, people were even, you know, raving about the music, which, yeah, I'm not feeling that either. Let's go to the right. Let's see, well, if I go up, I have to go all the way through that room. Yeah, let's go up. Just maybe there'll be an extra life or something, or maybe there'll be these horrible dog things. That'll be cool. I hope there are horrible dog things. Punch. I can't punch hard enough. I mean, look how many hits these things take to die. This isn't fun. This is monotonous. And then it hits me with his thing. Ugh. Oh, there was a life up, if you want to call it that. So I could go left and down and have to go back through the rooms again. Ugh. That seems fun. I'm not doing that. Come on. Rock on! Sure, whatever. Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't die from zombies without hands. That doesn't seem right. Without a hand or a head, I mean, what is it gonna do to me? Yeah, I kind of take it back about the music. The music's alright. But again, I mean, it's not like Splatterhouse is known for its killer music. I know it's supposed to be blood, but it looks like a candy cane. Come on. It bothers me that they stick their butts out. Not the brightest enemies in the world. Forward, back, forward, punch. Have some candy. It's got some reach on it, that's good. I refuse to move from this spot. Rick's not getting paid enough. I bet you right now he's thinking, why did I buy that mansion? Is that when everything started going wrong? Oh, that was fun. Oh, so let's see. I'm pretty good on my life. Now, there's a chance I could get a 1-up if I go to the right. why don't we save it and... Wow, sorry, I just realized I stumbled into H.R. Geiger's house. Is it Geiger or Giger? Oh man, why'd you say it was okay for me to go this direction? And it takes my... Yep. Knew that was gonna happen. It's like, where were you? Fat sack of whatever you are. Yeah. Sorry, I can't afford that. There will be life in that room, though. Oh, jeez, that was horrible. Oh, right, down, left. Oh, actually, no, that's gonna have me backtracking. Yeah, you know what? To hell with you people. I don't have time for that. Oh, great. Oh, I get it. They do this weird, like, wavy effect when they move. And I thought something was off with the V-Sync. But it is actually supposed to be an effect. Really, Rick? This will be fun. I like how they land on their backs, just like, ah, it hurts. Oh, of course, I don't actually need life right now. I suppose I'll take that. Alright, what does the map say? Map says left. Who am I to argue with map? Yeah, it just occurred to me in Star Control 2, the Spathy referred to the evil ones. But it's funnier because every time they say evil ones, they say it evil ones. And now I can't read that dialogue any other way. The evil ones, by the way, turn out to be these giant, like, anteater things. They're like soft and cuddly and totally immobile. Spathy. What can you say? I've toyed with the idea of doing Star Control 2 as a game to play through, but I have a feeling that would take too long. It's a great game. It really. I'm sorry, great is an understatement. Were I to choose, like, you know, my top 3 games of all time, Star Control 2 would always be number 1. It is by far my favorite game. I love everything about it. It's a beautiful, beautiful game, for many reasons. But I don't know, a playthrough of it, I don't know. it's a game to relax to. It really is. You know, especially with like the hyperspace travel, which can take some time to actually do the traveling. And I mean, it would give me a lot of time to, you know, chit chat, but I don't know. It would be a lot of time to chit chat. Because the hyperspace travel can take a long time, even if you're doing quasi-space travel. Which I realize none of you listening have any idea what I'm talking about. That doesn't stop me. It never has and never does. It's one reason really? That's one reason I don't actually talk a lot, like when I go to game stores. I actively try to avoid talking to the employees. It's not because I think I'm better than them by any means. I just don't relate. I'm not... I don't feel like I'm the type of gamer that frequents their stores. I mean, usually when I go, I'm looking for, you know, some old, used, crusty PlayStation 2 or 3 games or something. You know, I'm never interested in pre-ordering, you know, whatever they're hawking. And I, you know, I have had people, you know, some try to engage conversations, and I feel terrible because I'm not trying to be a jerk. I just don't relate to any of the games they're playing. I mean, I remember going into a GameStop. Because finally, after months and months of delays, Odomedius, the kind of spiritual sequel to Parodius, that's being nice. It's nowhere near as good as Parodius, but honestly, it's not really that bad of a game. But it's very fan servicey. It's a very girly anime shooter. I like it. It's got character designs by the same guy who does Kuroro, so his name escapes me at the moment. But after months of delays, the game finally comes out on the Xbox 360, and it happens to come out on the same exact day as, I think, Modern Warfare 2 or something, some Call of Duty game. And I mean, I waited in line, you know, this good 20-minute line. And you know, they asked for my name for the pre-order, and I'm like, no, I'm here for Odomedius, the collector's edition. Do you have it? They had one copy. And just the look they gave me. It's like almost disgust. Or maybe it was pity, I don't know. Could be both. Life. Ah, okay, I'll take that. The books are extra lives, by the way. Oh, it looks like we missed our 10-minute window, so whatever horrible thing was supposed to happen has already happened. That was important. Oh, come on. Are there two of them? Please tell me there are two of them. I love when there are two of them. This is so Geiger. Ah. Garbage. I mean, you do realize if I had not been doing the save states, I would still be at the very beginning of the stage. I'm doing this for you. Because I love you. And I don't love Splatterhouse. Oh. One hit. Yeah, growing big seems to be a disadvantage for these guys because you hit slower. Even though you hit harder, you hit so slow that he has time to do his little mouth attack. I'm sure this is taking forever. But hey, what doesn't take forever in Splatterhouse 3? Punch, 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 punch. Yeah, maybe I'm underutilizing his little roundhouse move. Save it. Yeah. At least the game had the decency to limit the on-screen fatties to just one at a time. It's okay to call them fatties, right? I mean, this isn't like... I'm not like offending, you know, attacking people who are slightly overweight. I mean, these guys are... I'm pretty sure nobody actually looks like this. God, I hope not. This is horrible. Punch, 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 punch. I don't really think headbutting these things would actually damage them. You're headbutting them inside the mouth. Oh, thank you. Alright. Are you excited for boss time? Kind of cute. Hey, come on now. Be cool. Goody blocks. Oh dear, this is gonna be a long battle. To do my silly Rick leap. Huzzah! Yahoo! Whoa! He's like Mario. That's cool. I like that effect. That is neat, I do. I feel like this isn't the actual way to kill him, but you know, it works. I'm not letting you pop that face out. I will let you zap me with lightning, though, apparently. Come on, come back to life, Rick. You gotta kill this boss before the stock exchange closes. A Wall Street success. Again, I'd just like to reiterate that he bought a mansion that looks exactly like the one he beat his girlfriend to death in. That's a sign of sickness. What does that say about Wall Street tycoons also, actually? Actually, this is all starting to make sense. Gordon Gekko would do something like this. Or is it? Oh, thanks. What? I've been tricked by the evil, malevolent mask. What? Side B. What? Futurama reference, if you didn't quite catch that. Oh, parallax. Look at that. Oof. Wow, 60 minutes. What is that about? Dear God, this better not take me 60 minutes to beat. That's a really long time. What the hell? What? What? What is that? You have no idea how much that worries me. I don't want to play this for another hour. I don't want to play this for another minute. Remember when I thought it would be a cool idea to play the Splatterhouse trilogy for Halloween? Man, if I ever think that again, just punch me or something. Nice. Like when you hit it, it just kind of looks kind of sad when it falls. Oof. Oh, come on now. Just to punch it right. Wow! What? That did a lot of damage. Does do a lot of damage. Gotta do the Rick shuffle. Throw that big old mask. Oh, that's really uncool. Nice password. Yes, I would love to continue. Alright, I'm pausing it here because I don't want to sit through all that again every time. So I'm saving it. So yeah, you pretty much get one good hit. Oh, hey, there you go. It's delayed reaction there. Yeah, we'll save it. That's fine. I can't believe the mask would betray me after all this time. And honestly, I don't know why or how it managed to betray me. That sucks. How do you dodge that? And it lingers. It's even funnier. How is it going to rule the world exactly? I mean, is the dark stone still around or something? Whatever the hell the dark stone was to begin with. Not a fan of the spinning, semi-translucent face mask. So I'm not sure how to dodge it. Oh, good lord. It's kind of a waste of a POW meter. Oh, please. I don't have time for this. Nice hit detection there, guys. It's not hard to imagine why Splatterhouse 4 never happened. Everything about this boss is just not how you design a boss. Like, the fact that he runs away and teleports out of punching distance. And he stays on a different plane than you are. Oh, there we go. And that thing. Oh, come on. Notice I was on a different plane when that hit me. In all fairness, oh, look at that! How did that even happen? As I was saying, in all fairness, I am not a huge fan of boss battles. There are very few games where I feel the boss battles are actually enjoyable. To me, boss battle is just like slow down the pace and just... That was a good amount of damage. Saving that. And, you know, require you to, again, memorize patterns and just aren't fun. Certain games have decent boss battles. Bayonetta 1 had some okay boss battles. Gosh, I'm having a hell of a time thinking of another game where I actually like the boss battles. That's just junk. I'm sorry. I don't see how I'm supposed to dodge the floating translucent head. And the needles that hit you from any plane. Don't throw him, just choke him, come on. Any bets on whether or not I can take him out in one hit? I wouldn't bet on me if I were you. Yeah, there it goes. Wow. Right into it. I wish I knew how to get rid of those, aside from just trying to dodge them. Because it's really not something that's easy to do. Again, 50 minutes, I'm sorry, 60 minutes to defeat the boss. I do like when he picks up the mask and just flings it to the floor. It's just something amusing about that. Oh, look, I couldn't dodge it. Huh. There's a shock. So if I punch and miss, he vanishes. I don't know, this seems like a bad idea, but I'm saving it. Anytime I get a clean hit on the guy, I'm gonna... I'm taking it. Oh, come on. I like how he can hit you on virtually any plane, but you have to be lined up perfectly. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. Too bad it's gonna kill me. Nice. Nice wake-up hit. Yeah, boss battles are garbage. See, there's got to be a way. I mean, can I jump them? No. Let's try it again. Maybe I can jump from a higher distance. Oop. No jumping. It really is just a matter of trying to outrun them. And then the needles that he shoots. I mean, what? There's nothing I can do about that. I mean, I guess I can wait till he walks into my arms. That seems to be the smart thing to do. Let's start over. Let's go at him. Let's go at him with full life. Oh boy. So close. I was really hoping that wouldn't happen. I was hoping to get to a second form, at least with some life. There we go. Alright. Mask time. Oh, what is that? He's already... There we go, yeah, just choke him to death. He's already throwing his masks at me. That's not cool. Come on, strangle him. Lame. Wow, this is so cheap. Hate. Yeah, I'm not surviving. Oh. Let's fling 2 of the masks at you, why not? Really? Pick him up. That's what it takes, that's what it takes. I will headbutt you to death. That's really not cool. That is so not cool. There's no way to dodge it. Let's see if I can dodge it by going this way. Alright. It's gonna shoot the mask at me. I might be able to avoid it. No. Don't throw him. Hate. Hate, 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 hate. Yeah, question. How am I fighting the mask when I'm wearing it? Oh, Lord. Seriously, who designed this? You were a poor game designer. Oh, I thought I actually did something. I just lost my power. That's all. And I'm dead. Show me how I can dodge it. Oh, I can't. That's right. I forgot. Thought I was playing a game that, you know, had some form of fairness. I almost said respect. I came this close to saying respect. This game is not respecting my time. I hate that so much. I hate that move. There's nothing you can do to dodge that mask. I mean, once he shoots it, you're screwed. Yeah. You just have to take it. Watch this, it's gonna revive me right on top, yeah. There we go. Like that. Uh-huh. Good. Your game is stupid. Oh good, I got 2. I don't think there's a password for that's just beyond this guy. That's it, he's gone. Alright. Hang on. I need to pause it, because this is really frustrating. I don't see the pattern. I'm totally missing something here. And for the life of me, I do not know what. Like, that is just so obnoxious. And how is that even possible? How can he needle me from so far away? And on any plane? I know I'm messing up there, because I need to strangle him. That's the only way to deal actual damage to the guy. But you can't get too far away from him, because he'll fling another face at you. There, we'll take that. Wait till that disappears. So you kind of have to get him by his lonesome. But he has to be far enough over here so you have time to get away from his stupid face. Nah, I took that one. That was a mistake. Oh, good. I was hoping he'd shoot a mask. Oh, 2 masks! Oh, good! Come here. Whoa, what's going on? Something happened. To hell with this game. Clearly. You will... Oh. Alright. alone again, naturally. So is it Splatter Space House or Splatterhouse? I don't know. Yeah, lick me, Naga Yama. Oh, you can just bite me too. You and your cute little code names. Oh, there you go. That's the guy. Sammy is not on my Christmas list. I don't know. I have nothing against Gyoi. Why are they yelling their names? The easiest job in the entire game. It's like they forgot to put in the guy's name. It's just like, hey. I do appreciate games back in the day that, you know, only had a handful of developers involved. That's cool. Although for all I know, not everybody's getting recognition. Because again, this was, you know, back in the day. That's cool. The makeup artist for the digitized black and white photos. Oh, Silky. They didn't even give the actors their right names. That's horrible. Wow, Union Biker, special thanks. Oh, Namco. Who published Splatterhouse, the reboot? I think it was Namco. You're wrong. For nothing. Oh man, that was rough. That was extremely rough. Cannot say I'm a fan of Splatterhouse 3. Just not a good game, guys. It really is not. Yeah. Let's kill this damn game. I'm gonna disable the sound. I'm gonna leave this running because it's story time. Let's end our exploration of the Splatterhouse trilogy on a happy note with a lovely story. So this is called Konoshiro's Splatterhouse by Konoshiro Sakamoto, which is clearly not a pseudonym. That is the guy's actual name, as proven by his Hotmail account. So, without further ado, let us begin. Chapter 1, Rick and Jennifer. Oh, how I wish I had the ability to turn back time. I keep telling myself that, but who really believes in that junk anyway? I'm Richard Taylor. You can call me Rick. I'm going to tell you a story of what I have been through. It was a dark and stormy night at my college. My girlfriend, Jennifer, had just told me that our teacher had been absent for some time now, about 8 weeks to 2.5 months. He said he had gone to visit some rich relatives by the last name of West. Maybe Adam West or someone, I don't know. I had told Jennifer how I don't like walking through storms, but she had convinced me we should go look. By the time I had actually left, it had stopped raining. I felt a little more secure now. Our science professor told us where West Mansion was, and Jennifer's mind was made up. We have to go, apparently. We started walking towards the house. Jennifer looked at me with her big brown eyes and asked, "Rick, are you okay? You look scared." I didn't want to tell her, but we were coming to a forest, and it was about to start raining again. In the distance, I swore I saw something hanging from a tree, screaming. I shrugged it off and smiled sweetly at her and replied, "No, Jen, I am fine." She smiled back and said, "You're afraid of the forest, aren't you? Don't worry, I am too. Let's stay close." It started to rain again. We started running so we could get to the house. We ran by that tree where I thought I saw something get hung from. There was broken rope, and I thought I saw blood. Jennifer poked at me and said, "I see the mansion. Let's hurry." When we got to the mansion, we noticed a window had been broken. We walked in, slowly. It was so weird. There was blood practically everywhere. There was a dead body on the table, completely filleted. We gulped and walked closer. All of a sudden, I felt a sharp pain in my back and fell. Right before going unconscious, I heard Jennifer scream. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. We probably wouldn't have been able to identify who it was anyway. As I was unconscious, I felt something strapped to my face, and felt huge pulsings course through my body. I woke up, and I was totally horrified. There was blood everywhere. On the ceiling, floor, through bodies were spikes, injured, bleeding, fresh corpses, and jail cells with strange, bloody creatures in them. But somehow, I wasn't scared. I looked at my arms and saw muscles. My shirt sleeves were torn like tissue. And I looked at a puddle of blood on the ground and swore there was a mask on. I felt my face, and there was indeed a mask there. I heard a voice say to me, in my mind, "She was taken, Rick," it said with a sinister voice. "They took her right from under you." I said, "What? Who's speaking to me?" "I am, Rick. The mask." "No, that's impossible." "I made you stronger, Rick, so you can find your beloved." "Jennifer? Oh, Jennifer." "Yes. Now go." "Wait. Am I still in West Mansion?" "No. You are somewhere outside of there. Kill everything in your path, Rick. It is the only way to save Jennifer." I decided to agree. It was obvious that what attacked me and kidnapped Jennifer was no human. I felt around my back and found the wound. It was bleeding and didn't feel like the shape of a knife stab. It felt like claws. Chapter 2. Exploring. Not the best of days. I'm sure by now the college would have closed down because two students and a professor have gone missing. I just hope they don't come looking after us. They will share the same fate as us. I wasn't quite sure on what to do. The mask read my mind and said, "Kill them, Rick. They have Jennifer. Use whatever force NECA carry. It's the only way." Agreeing to that, I began to walk forward, looking at all the twitching bodies and the carcasses. I found a meat cleaver on the ground and stared at it, with a strange, red, dripping thing coming this way. "Pick it up." I picked up the cleaver and held it. I felt this sudden flash, like a message of some sort. The monster was nearing. "Swing." I swung the cleaver with hands right towards the monster's throat. His head came right off, spraying gore. Yes, you are a prodigy, Rick. Your anger alone can tear through anything. More are coming." They were. At least 3 more were in the distance. I walked up to one monster and, mid-swing, it stole my weapon and threw it to the wall. "Rick, on the floor." I looked down at the floor. The monster was standing on a metal pipe. I looked at its disgusting disposition and, without thinking, slammed my fist straight to him. His head was even more hard to look at now. It backed up a little, and I leaned over to get the pipe and felt something sharp jab into my arm. "Rick, don't let him do that. Hit him again." That I did. His head was practically leaking. I leaned over and got the pipe and smashed him in the side, stabbing the cleaver sticking out of the wall, by its handle, no less, into his stomach, splattering blood and stomach acid onto the wall. Simply wonderful, Rick. Keep going. This looks somewhat like a cave area, but with a bookcase. I think it is the house, really. I see a ladder off in the distance, with more uglies and leeches. Those leeches are called boreworms. They climb inside of its victim, feasting on its organs and brain until it has made you become a monster. Smashing them would be like taking a 1-ton weight to a glob of gelatin, despite their appearance. I spoke up and said, I see. Well, according to what you've said so far, they will be easy. That's the Lind of thinking that will save Jennifer. I continued walking with a bar in hand, towards the monster. The mask practically took all of my fears away. If I didn't have the mask, I probably would have fainted at the sight of all this mess. Supremely enough, the boreworm actually jumped to get me. I swung my bar at it like I was playing baseball and smashed a large gaping dent into where its brain most likely is. Rick, that was genius. You should take a baseball. That made me believe that the mask actually had faith in me. At this point, I knew it wasn't evil, just insane. More monsters were coming my way. I noticed they were a little rickety, so I stepped back, jumped forward, and slid under them, snapping their legs like twigs. I got up and wiped the gore off my face and beat them a few times to assure they were dead. Excellent deductive skill, Rick. I was the ladder and climbed up it. I thought one boreworm was trouble. Chapter 3. The Nests and the Shackles. Upon climbing the ladder, I saw that many think they can only see in a nightmare. Thousands of corpses cramped in one small wooden room with a window and fireplace. There was a beaten body hanging from a rope near the window. When I swallowed my vomit, I noticed something was moving through the bodies. It jumped out at me. Without thinking, I swung my fist at it, shattering its teeth like glass, sending its limp body to splatter against the wall. It was a boreworm. There's more, Rick. Brace yourself. Two flew out from the left. I stuck my fist out at one, not needing to swing, and the other broke its teeth on the mask and fell to the ground, allowing me to stomp on it. Two flew from the right and another from the left, so I ducked and let two of them take care of each plover, and got up and punched one as it flew overhead. I hen-stomped the brain out of the two fighting ones, and sighed. I felt a wave. I looked at the hanging body and saw the stomach move. A small hole ripped in it, and then a boreworm flew out, biting my arm. It started to rip into my arm with a maniacal fervor, and I grabbed its squirming tail and ripped it out of my gushing arm. I strung it out, making it unable to breathe, and then I smashed it upon the floor, squishing its organs from its body out its mouth. I walked through the door, bleeding through squishy limp bodies. I reached what looked like a dungeon. There were skeletons hanging from shackles and more piked bodies. And, of course, more monsters. I picked up a wrench off the ground and flung it straight into a monster's heart, making it cough its blood. Avoiding a trap door and picking up another metal bar, I smashed a monster into a wall, spewing gore and bone. One monster saw this and ran into another monster, which was bigger and had, of all things, claws. I remembered my clawed wound, and looked at the claws of the monster, who was busy filleting the monster who bumped him, and felt my wound. They are of the same origin, Rick. I started peeling at the tip of the bar, making it sharp. Enough to stab through the something. I ran up the monster and stuck out the bar, stabbing it through both monsters. Then I picked up the bar and spun it around so all the blood would leak out, and smashed the monsters on the ground so hard I couldn't even recognize them anymore. My bar was useless. I continued walking and found a small knife on the ground. I picked it up and then walked forwards a little. I thought about how that monster and how it shredded that other monsters like cheese. Then I thought of Jennifer. How is she suffering? Is she dead? Or... I shook it off, and was startled by a falling corpse on a rope. I swung my knife through it. Stomach acid spilled on the floor. I thought ahead, and looked at a hole in the ceiling. I threw the knife in there, and stomach acid spilled on the floor, as well as a burning monster. Ignoring this, I walked around and saw a ladder going down about 2 floors. What on earth could await me down there? I'm sorry to say that Konoshiro Sakamoto never completed his story of Konoshiro's Splatterhouse. It was definitely off to a very strong start. Much deeper story than anything we've gotten so far in the Splatterhouse series. There were some spelling errors here and there, and as a whole, the story was pretty awful, but enjoyable. And I hope you enjoyed it. And with that, I'd like to wish you all a good night, and thank you again for tuning into another episode of Mecha Taco. Tomorrow night, I have no idea. We're going to play something. We need to play something to cleanse our palate. I'm not sure why I'm speaking in the royal we right now either. I need to play something to cleanse my palate. It's going to be light, it's going to be fluffy, it's going to be fun, it's going to be short. So, I don't know, maybe Tetris. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But until then, I hope you all have a good night, and I will see you here around the same time tomorrow. Good night, folks.